The Kansas City Chiefs will be moving to the state of Kansas for the 2031 season after the state of Kansas today unanimously approved a bond project for a new domed stadium, which will be approximately 25 miles west of Arrowhead Stadium. The attorney for the Detroit Lions fan who was struck by Steelers receiver DK Metcalf yesterday issued a statement today denying an NFL media report that the fan directed a racial slur at Metcalf and also said something derogatory about Metcalf's mother. The NFL today suspended Los Angeles Chargers linebacker Denzel Perryman for the final 2 games of the regular season for repeated violations of rules intended to protect the safety of players. Perryman will appeal. And in Major League Baseball, the New York Mets today traded second baseman Jeff McNeil to the Athletics. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
Yo, Monday of Christmas week.
Hey, holiday week. Holiday.
Celebrate.
Hope you had a happy holiday weekend of last-minute shopping and holiday parties and ugly sweaters. Hope you had a Bears, Panthers, Jags, Steelers, Pats sort of weekend. An AJ Joshua. You know what? A Jake Paul sort of weekend because you know what? He still walked away with $92 million and a broken jaw in 2 places.
$92 million?
Yeah, so they both won.
Yeah.
Covino and Rich wishing you a happy holiday. I'm live from Idaho. And yes, that's a sweet potato in my pants because I'm happy to be here. That's Rich. And together we are Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. We be rocking out. Let's go.
I got to ask you sticking around till next week because I know this is no joke. Every year in Boise, which I know we have an affiliate in Boise. What's the affiliate, Steve?
99.9, yeah.
99.9 in Boise, one of our millions of affiliates. They do a potato drop. Instead of like a Times Square ball drop, they drop a big potato and everyone throws like chives and sour cream and stuff, right?
I think I'll be back before then, but man, am I missing out.
Throw some cheddar,
right now,
some bacon bits.
It's a celebrity. It's a celebration. I'm the celebrity. I'm going to be out there dropping the potato. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, use the promo code CRSHOW, CRSHOW, to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And if you miss any of today's show, Danny G, thank you so much for putting up the podcast. He does a best of each hour, and you can watch the whole show in its entirety anytime on our YouTube page, so youtube.com/@Covino and Rich. See what you hear. Most interactive show in the land. And I'm here. I'm happy. I got to take a deep breath because I just went straight from the mall to the studio. I did a couple last-minute errands, and I got here in plenty of time. But you know what took me more time than the actual mall? Getting in and out of the parking lot. It is infuriating when you see like 6 cars in front of you. And every time a car pulls out, you have to wait for that car to pull out, and then someone pull in, and it's like a train of annoying people. But it's my fault.
Parking, yeah. There's
It's
not
my
enough
fault.
time for all that. It's the holiday hustle and bustle. You know, that's part of the things that make me go, and we do it every Monday in the world of sports, entertainment, and, of course, NFL Week 16.
Let's go.
Iowa Samuel, hit it.
Let's go, baby!
Things that make you go,
Things that make you go,
Well,
So the observations, Rich, they go from everything from shopping to the fight to foosball and more.
Oh, can I start by saying my proclamation of the day? You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers, I hate you because you ruined everything. The Pittsburgh Steelers ruined what could very well have been even more exciting football.
Nah, that was
Yo,
great.
bro,
That was
a great
great.
game.
Yeah, but Danny, it's great because you randomly picked it. You didn't win any money on it, so who cares? You like Aaron Rodgers? You're the guy that hates him.
You were supposed to place our bets from last Wednesday.
Let me tell you this. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. This season has been remarkable. We've talked about how each week there's games that feel like they're playoff level excitement. This year, the NFL has been delivering on every level. So my one and only complaint is by the Steelers winning, they ruined multiple storylines going into the final 2 weeks of the NFL season. The Steelers and the game looked like it was won by Detroit. You saw a penalty in the end zone, then you saw maybe a lateral, and you're like, oh, wait, did that count? Goff's in the end zone.
You saw the flags, though. You knew something was up, and Aaron Rodgers was trying to lip read. It was an exciting game, dude. It really was. But you're saying as a result, we got robbed of some really exciting ones next week.
Dude, it sucks bung that the Steelers won that game.
Is that what the fans said to DK Metcalf, by the way?
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
That made me say, we're going
to get to that.
Yeah.
But let me just explain why the Steelers winning sucks ass. The Steelers winning now puts them in a position where, because, as we expected, the Patriots beat the Ravens. It was close, but because they won, now a lot needs to happen for that Week 18 game between the Steelers and Ravens to matter. Likely, that won't matter at all. Where had the Steelers lost yesterday, now you're talking like, ooh, Week 18 could be for the division.
Yeah, those are major what-ifs, because we did have some really great games in the past few weeks that felt playoff caliber.
It's not a what-if. What I'm telling you is accurate. If the Steelers...
my point is, we still had great games as a result this week.
I wanted more.
Yeah, you just sound like a spoiled fan, really. But, I get it. There were implications. I get it.
Daddy, I want more great NFL games.
I get it. And by the way, you mentioned Drake May.
Santa!
A lot of my friends and a lot of my family members hit me up, and they're changing the words to our Tom Brady song. They're saying, Drake May is the man. Drake May is the man. Drake May is the man. Are there new words to the Tom Brady anthem? I don't know,
That
man.
was the song we made up to go along with the NBC NFL theme. But can I give everyone a quick rendition?
Yeah, please do.
Tom Brady is the man. Tom Brady is the man. Tom Brady is the man. It's not Drake May yet. Relax. Keep your chonies on.
Not yet, but I do have some Patriots fans and friends that are singing that tune.
Well, let me just say this. By the Steelers winning, let me just make it plain and simple why they ruined football for the rest of us. If Detroit wins that game, we have 2 Week 18 matchups that are playoff football. Now the games mean nothing. The first being the Steelers and the Ravens. That game will mean nothing. Had Detroit won, that game would have been for the division. Now the game means nothing. Now, on the flip side, because Detroit lost, they're like out of it, where if they had won yesterday, if the 49ers had get this, Timmy No Breaks, had the 49ers, if they beat the Bears next week in the Bay Area, then Week 18 would have been Bears-Lions for that final wild card. So we're talking about a lot of what-ifs, but the Steelers ruined all of that.
The cookie crumbled, and you're crying about it.
Steelers ruined it.
Like I said, in the past 2 weeks, Danny G, this guy was walking around so pumped about the playoff caliber games that we were given.
We're getting blessed every week with great ones. Like
That's
we saw,
what I mean.
Like we saw, the Jags made me go, yesterday. We're going to get to that in a second. But let me just finalize my thought, which
we called that. We said it was going to be a statement game for them.
I'll take it, man, because that Steelers-Lions game, whether it ruined next week's games or not,
it was great.
Action-packed, edge-of-my-seat level game. And I'm not a Steelers or a Lions fan. I was watching at the bar. I was at the airport. Again, I'm here in Idaho. I was at the airport all day watching the games, by the way. And, man, everyone in the airport was screaming at that game.
But what do we talk
The vibe was high. I'm not taking that game back just to make you happy. But I get it. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're selling.
I think, and Lamar getting hurt sort of adds to the insignificance also.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Crumbled. You deal with it.
But we talked about at the beginning of the year, and I think everyone, including Danny and I with Sam, none of them really liked Aaron Rodgers and his whole vibe. We talked about how they were going to be a pedestrian 9-8 or maybe 10-7 and sniff the playoffs or just get in and not be a factor. And it's exactly what happened. Like we predicted that, they'll find a way to be decent enough. But now, like, by winning that game yesterday, they ruined everything.
Okay, so before we move on, because there's other parts of that game we need to speculate on.
Playoffs are going to be locked up. Playoffs are going to be locked up in the early games next week.
You obsess on Aaron Rodgers so much for so many seasons on our show. I'm surprised that you're not kissing his.
I should, but you know what? I was hoping it came down to week 18. But right now,
You got to live in the moment, Rich. You schedule watch a little too much.
I'm sorry, did you say schedule watching?
The Rich loves to look at the schedule game.
Schedule watching! Yeah! Schedule watching is what I do best, right? And when you look at the NFL, right now, look at the standings, buddy. If the 49ers beat the Colts tonight, it's over for the Colts, which means all 7 teams in the AFC playoff picture will be official, unless, of course, Pittsburgh loses its next 2 and the Ravens win their next 2. That's the only thing. Other than that, we're set after Week 16. Week 16 is over. Playoffs are set in the AFC. Seeding varies. In the NFC, everyone's eliminated except Detroit, who will be eliminated very easily when the Niners win tonight. And Green Bay would have to lose every game, and they'd have to win both. I'm saying the playoffs are determined already, Covino, and we just have to deal with it. It's going to be great playoffs, but we could have had 2 more Week 18 in and win type of things, but those are done now.
Dude, it's a great point. I just don't know if everybody shares in your feelings because we really did have a great game as a result, and that's just how it is. That's how the NFL is. And we had 2 back-to-back weeks with so many insane matchups. But if you do share in Rich's pain here, 877-99 on Fox is the number. Danny G is our super producer. He's on standby, waiting just to say hi. Iowa Sam is on the 1s and 2s. Lowenkron's got your updates. Thank you again for being part of the show. You could watch what you hear. Covino and Rich FSR. Spidey's on the videos. So let's take some phone calls, other observations, but that's a big one. I get it. Pittsburgh ruined football. Or as Rich said, ruined. Rich, you always say ruined. Pittsburgh ruined football for Week 17.
Well, and
no
18.
Implications and 18. But there were some other things that made us go, from that game while we get phone calls on that feedback. The DK Metcalf punch. That was a big storyline that had everyone going, what was going on there? What was said? And then we find out that this Ryan Kennedy dude apparently called him a racial slur and said something derogatory about DK Metcalf's mama. And those are fighting words. I get it. So DK Metcalf, we all saw it, grabs the Lions fan with the blue wig by the shirt, and it looks like he punches him, Rich, but it depends on what angle you look at. Do you remember that famous clip, Danny G? You'll remember who it was. It was Kobe, and he flinches the ball, and it looks like it's right at his face.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That was a pacer.
It looks like it's right at his face, right? But if you really look at the angle from a different angle, it was in the direction of his face, but aside from his face. Depending on what angle you look at is how you see it.
This guy
throwing a punch. He sort of just shoved him up.
Yeah, that was the famous podcaster Matt Barnes.
Oh yeah. So the famous Kobe to Matt Barnes flinch clip. It looks like he does it right in his face, but if you see it in another angle, which most people don't like to look at because we like the one where Kobe's getting hard, it's not really in his face. Just like this punch wasn't really at this guy's face. It was sort of in another direction. It was just sort of shoving him up. But that's just my observation
from the side angle, I'm DK Metcalf. I want everyone seeing the side angle where I grab the guy by the shirt or wig or whatever he has and
shove him back
up. Shove him up. Anyone that's saying he punched him, that side angle shows that he did not punch him.
But you're right, Rich. Side angle says one thing. Front angle looks like he threw a punch. And Ryan Kennedy is the fan. He's publicly out there, and he's making it no secret that he thinks it was a punch.
Well, guess what?
He's got lawyers involved, and he's denying every single thing that's being claimed about him. Because you have to ask yourself, is this an NFL spin to save Metcalf's ass moving forward?
No. I think this guy's a loser. If you wear a blue wig to a football game, you already lose the battle in my mind.
He may be a loser, but that doesn't mean he said these things. There's a lot of controversy. Even our own Dan Byer was saying this is an NFL spin. And the implications, Jay Stu was saying,
I'm just saying
implications could be strong here because now you're saying that this guy was saying racial things, racist things that may have never been said just to save the ass of a DK Metcalf or the face of the NFL.
Well, I'll tell you
That's
this.
what makes it a serious story.
I'll tell you this. No one really knows what was said. Allegedly, people could say things. People
you could make guesses, dude.
No, but I'm not going to guess because it's in the hands of legal lawyers and crap now. But I will say this. Know who side I'm never going to take? The ass clown fan with a wig on that comes down to the front row to taunt another man. You think that guy's innocent?
I mean, for all we know, he could have said nanny, nanny, poof, poof, man. He could have just been – apparently, his side of the story is that he called them by DK Metcalf's
Hey,
birth
let's
name.
go around the room. Isaac, Danny G, I was Sam. Would you ever?
Yeah, but, dude, you
Would
also
you ever,
can't throw these claims out.
I know.
They're very dangerous claims. They're very sticky claims.
I agree, but would you ever, as a grown man, wear a blue wig to a game, go down to the front row, and
I
taunt
would
a
not
player?
do that.
Would you
I
do
would
it,
not.
Isaac?
No.
Danny, would you do it?
No, Rich, but if we were at a CNR live broadcast and we had listeners there and fans of the show, and one of them got like faded and started popping off, I don't think any of us would go over and put our hands on him either.
I don't know. I might smack a biatch. I
Well,
don't know.
you know what?
Sure.
I mean,
Not sure.
a lot of professional athletes, even our own Curry Rhodes. I was getting ready today, listening. He was like, as a fan, as a professional athlete, as a fan, you got to be better. I get that, right? We all get that. But there's alcohol involved, and people are stupid. And this guy's got a wig on, right? They're stupid fans. They're fanatical. But as a professional athlete, that's just honestly an everyday thing that you deal with all the time. You have to become numb to that.
But you know what would bother me?
So the fan is saying that he called him the Kalen Zacharias Metcalf, his birth name, and it got under his skin, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
You know, I'm with you, Rich. I don't want to believe that DK Metcalf lost his cool over something so silly.
I'm not making
like that.
I'm not making
but
racial.
Apparently they had history too,
Bro,
so that's another part of the story.
I'm not making racial accusations for multiple reasons. All I'm saying is that dude's a
guess
clown.
what? The NFL is.
That dude's a
the
clown.
NFL is.
That dude's a clown. And if he gets $1 from the NFL, DK Metcalf or someone, it's an embarrassment. That guy should just be happy he didn't get punched in the face. Get out of the stadium. Like, what a loser on every level.
If I were Metcalf, I would really lean into that side view and show, like, look, I grabbed the guy by the shirt. Shouldn't have done that. But I did not throw
Wouldn't you be grossed out if that guy got a penny from anyone? Some drunk idiot with a wig
hold
on.
What if it was you?
I'm just
And
saying
what
he's
if
drunk.
you
He might have not had a
what
drink.
if
Who
you
knows?
What if you never said those things? Wouldn't you get lawyers to be like, yo, man, they're defaming my character. Now everyone in my community thinks I'm a racist based on what the NFL's claiming here. I never said those things. Yeah, I'm a stupid fan, but I never once said those things.
Be
I'm a
careful what you
season
do.
ticket
Why are you
holder.
going down to the front row taunting another grown man? Get a life.
Here's another thing, too.
Fans do stupid things. They're drunk, stupid fans. That doesn't mean he called them things. I'm just saying that there's two sides to the story, and the truth is we don't know which one is true. It's a he said sort of thing.
There were witnesses, though. There was a family right next to this whole confrontation, and I would think it would be a good idea to track them down and see like what actually transpired if you could find those people. Like, yeah, we witnessed the whole thing. There was like a young boy and I think his parents sitting right next to that.
The NFL's
no mics
investigating
there.
right now.
Exactly. So his name is Ryan Kennedy, and what makes this interesting is he's all lawyered up now, claiming that, what happened was not cool, right? A player should never put their hands on the fans, regardless. Taunting is part of the game. He's at our stadium. We were taunting him. We called him by his birth name. I had history with him, and he took it too far. He's saying he never said those things. Now, Rich, we often say here, if someone said you committed a crime, wouldn't you adamantly deny that if you didn't do it? Like, sometimes people don't double down enough. Like, whoa. Hold on. I may be guilty of X, Y, and Z. Maybe I drank a little too much and I should be blamed for wearing a stupid wig. But I never said those things.
We don't even know if this guy was drinking. He could be a sober man. We don't know that.
Exactly. We don't know anything. So we also can't assume that he called them a racial slur.
Yeah, but
that he said something about his mama, even though all signs show that maybe he did, Rich.
I feel completely confident, though, 100% confident in this guy is a fool. In going down to the front row, taunting another grown man, wearing like a silly costume, like you're telling me that guy has credibility in your mind? All right, we got breaking news on this. Fantastic! Hit the stage.
breaking news from Fox Sports.
NFL media is just reporting that the National Football League is suspending Steelers receiver DK Metcalf 2 games without pay for physically confronting the Lions fan yesterday at Detroit. He plans to appeal.
Well, guess what? It doesn't even matter because the Steelers ruined football anyway. They're
but look, there's a few things that make you go, here.
Yeah.
The NFL doesn't want this sort of publicity, and they don't want to lose a key player in this situation, right? A DK Metcalf caliber player.
He'll be ready for the
team is
playoffs.
entering the playoffs. So they want to put their – and this guy, like I said, Ryan Kennedy, is claiming that never happened. And that's dangerous territory, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. If I were to make assumptions, Rich, I would want to believe the guy that we know, DK Metcalf. I would want to believe that fans get carried away and they say stupid things. But it's a tough claim and a weird situation that I wish we weren't talking about today.
Yeah,
but it did happen, and it's a big story despite all the great football.
We could get to a ton of other stuff. I'm just going to finish by saying this. DK getting suspended, I'm okay with that because you fell for the trap almost, right? It's like someone put a trap out there, and it's like DK hook, line, and sinker. It's like some woman trying to catch her dude cheating, and she has like she pays a woman to seduce her husband, right?
Hey, Rich,
got him.
Does it matter if he threw a punch or just grabbed him, or hands on the fan is hands on the fan?
I think hands on a fan. I think DK deserves it. So I don't want you to think I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth.
What I'm saying is, man. Like, despite what he said, he has to be bigger than that moment.
What I'm saying is DK deserves some type of punishment for this. That might be a bit harsh, but I'm more adamant about please don't let this guy get anything. That's my point. My point is, yeah, DK should maybe get a little slap on the wrist, a game suspension, maybe even not 2. But this clown, if I hear some some undisclosed payout he got from
Can I play devil's advocate then? Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah.
Rich is at a game.
Yeah.
He drinks a little too much. He calls the player by his real name. Player gets carried away, and he grabs you.
Yeah.
Then he and the NFL are claiming you to say racist things and derogatory things about his mom that you never said. How do you handle it?
That would only happen if
Now everyone thinks that Rich Davis is a racist. Now how do you handle that?
This is only continuing because this guy lawyered up.
Man, you racist.
No, because the NFL has to put their side of the story out there.
No. The only reason this is going further is because this guy lawyered up, and now DK saying, well, what he said or he thought, his side of the story. This goes away if this guy doesn't lawyer up. This guy's trying to get something. Why do you lawyer up?
I don't think it goes away. That clip lives everywhere. It was all over the place.
You don't see this as some cheap-ass money grab of some dude trying to get a couple bucks from someone? How do you not see that? It's as clear as day.
Honestly?
Did he get hurt?
I'm speculating all the possibilities here. That's really what I'm speculating. I'm not taking the side of some bozo with a goofy wig on, right? I'm not. But I'm just speculating that, man, anything could have been said in that moment.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, your thoughts, your feedback. We'll take it next right here on Covino Rich and all the other observations. We've hardly even touched some of the games that went down yesterday. There was a lot of good ones.
All things Pittsburgh to start it off.
But Pittsburgh ruined everything. And look at that. To tie it in, not only did they ruin the rest of the season for a couple of good games, DK Metcalf and fans getting at it. So we'll take all your feedback next. More Covino and Rich next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Quick timeout, Rich. Timeout. Holiday upgrade check. Are you still watching the games on that old small TV? If you are, you're only seeing about half the game.
Yeah, you got to step up your TV game. The TCL QM8K QD Mini LED is the real MVP. Ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels for the ultimate experience. Picture so clear, you could taste the turf.
And it's not just football. We watched the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight, your holiday classics. Movies look cinematic. Games feel smoother. And, yeah, the company, your in-laws, everybody notices.
Hey, guys, here's the play for the holidays. TCL TVs go premium with the QM8K that we've been talking about. That's the ultimate choice. Or you can grab the versatile QM6K for an ultimate elevated game day experience. Don't overthink it. Lock in the ultimate experiences and savings, the undeniable bragging rights all season long. Get it while supplies last.
TCL is the official TV partner of the NFL. Find TCL at all major retailers. TCL, bigger, brighter, better holidays. Select models, limited time. See all major retailers for details.
if you don't care about the Mets or Yankees, good, because part 2 of this it could do with football, baseball, basketball, anything. It's more of just a 2025 general sentiment.
Let's explain too what makes sports beautiful, makes sports great. All different walks of life come to one place with one purpose, and that purpose is to win, right? Different ideology, different people, different cultures from all different walks of life, different lands.
And this
international game now.
And this is on full display if and when you do watch like the World Baseball Classic, or you're starting to see in the NBA when they do the international players versus the American-born players.
Yeah.
It's beautiful when you see, hey, my team's got Japanese players, black players, white players, Latino players. It's
all differences.
It really is.
All differences aside, and it doesn't matter what name's on the back because they're all playing for the name that's on the front, right? All differences aside, when you're in between those lines, you got one goal, one common goal together, and that's to win. So nothing else matters once the buzzer hits, once the game starts.
You could have went with tip-off, first pitch, or kickoff, and you went with buzzer hits.
I went with the, You saw me.
I saw you.
You saw me scrambling,
I saw
right?
you. How does the game start?
Tip-off. Oh! Once the game starts, all those things are out the window. Differences don't matter. Your one common goal is to win. And would you believe it that word on the streets is, as of today, that your boy Brandon Nimmo and Lindor never saw eye to eye, and they got rid of Nimmo because of political differences. I'm not saying this hasn't existed before. I'm sure it has. But I've never really heard it like this before in sports. It infiltrated relationships where it never has before, and now it's infiltrating sports in a way that it really hasn't before. They couldn't put that aside. I'm assuming, and it's a pretty good assumption, it's what I read, and Nimmo was a Trump guy, Lindor was not. They couldn't put their political differences aside for the sole sake of winning in New York. That's just so lame to me because that sort of defeats what sports is all about. Like, you're letting your political differences get in the way of winning here?
Listen, call me old-fashioned. I still believe in the idea of, hey, we could be friends if we have different political beliefs, but that is not a sentiment that is popular among younger people because their mindset is, yo, if you disagree with me on these big issues, then I don't know how I could be your pal. It's a very different mindset.
You could say, well, that's the problem. You should care, and I get all that. And here's another example. You could say, well, that's the caveman knuckle-dragging mentality of our generation, right? Have you ever, Danny G, Iowa Sam, Spot, Lowenkron, I say this respectfully, Fox Sports Radio Nation, please, I say this respectfully, have you ever kicked someone out of the bedroom because they didn't line up with you politically?
Have you ever had a hot woman laying in your bedroom and said, wait a minute, before we do this,
hold on,
who do you support?
Yeah, because guess what? In today's world, and I've seen it firsthand.
Imagine in your ass-getting days in the 2000s, you're like, some girl's like unrobing in your bedroom, and you're like, hold on, before this proceeds, McCain or Obama?
Oh, what?
Like,
even worse, what if she asks you? Right?
Hold
on. Trick question.
Hold on, please.
Check the clock. Like, do you lie just to make it happen? What I'm noticing,
I don't vote.
Right, exactly.
I'm independent.
What I'm noticing now,
then it becomes, you don't vote?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you don't care about the process?
I'm neutral.
No, that neutral is even worse because then you're, quote, wishy-washy.
Oh, no, I screwed this up.
Think about it. If you were a single guy in the 90s, 2000s, if you're an older school dude, 70s or 80s, did you ever one time when you were in high school even care or think about the political thoughts of a girl you had a crush on?
No, never
Danny,
once.
when you were on your come-up, did you ever think of a girl who you asked out on a date?
If a high school girl asked me what my thoughts of the Gaza Strip were, I would be thinking, is that a steak? I wouldn't have known what she was talking about because I was a teenage idiot. These kids
you would have thought
today,
the Gaza Strip was a style she had going on somewhere.
kids today,
Oh my.
and you could say, well, then that's better for them because you should line up. I don't know about that. It's infiltrating relationships. How many young single people are out there because of all the differences? It's hard enough to find someone. Now you're adding another layer, and now it's infiltrating sports.
Well, the old adage of opposites attract, I think people have sort of poo-pooed that idea. And you know what?
Don't tell MC Scat Cat.
I'll let Paula Abdul not know.
Welcome back and happy holidays from our CNR FSR family to yours. And we got the best crew in the world. Iowa Sam, it was great partying with you, watching the fight on Friday at Rich's place.
Yeah.
We got Iowa Sam on the ones and twos. We'll talk about the fight. We got super producer Danny G, the best in the game, on the phones at 877-99 on Fox. Yeah, happy holidays. Boom, boom, boom. Danny G. And, of course, Lowenkron chiming in with your updates, spots on the videos. You can watch what you hear. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. The live chat is popping, by the way, Rich.
Oh, well, you know what? Read some of that feedback, and let's get right back into this. I do have one question for you, though.
Yeah.
I'm reading, DK Metcalf, as Isaac broke in with the update, suspended 2 games. He's going to appeal it for the altercation with the fan. Now,
that must say that the NFL has no proof that this fan said anything.
Now, according to the Nightcap podcast, that's with Ocho Cinco, the reason this all started was because Metcalf was being called the N-word and threw out a C-word? I'm
about his mom.
What's a C-word? Oh,
you know the C-word.
I wasn't sure. About his mom.
Yeah. And then the fan is saying, Ryan Kennedy is saying that, no, he was just calling him by his birth name, but they had history. I'll explain. We'll take your phone calls. And why is this controversial?
Dude, there you go.
What?
Exactly. I love it. Another layer as to why this guy's a weenie. They have history. He has history taunting the same player. Get a life. History?
Dude, this is not no one's not saying this guy isn't a weenie, but there's two sides to every story,
dude. This isn't like, you know who has history with DK Metcalf? Sauce Gardner or some defender. This is a dumbass fan. He has history. What? Because he stalker taunted this guy?
I'll explain.
How can a fan have
what the
history?
Great Dan Byer and Jay Stu were saying earlier today.
How?
It really was an eye-opener, which is why you need to catch their podcast, too. I'll explain. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and feeding off the success of our college basketball bracket challenge each March, we decided to do a bracket challenge for the college football playoff. Now there's 8 teams left standing. It's bracket challenge time. Compete against our Fox Sports Radio hosts and against fellow listeners to see who has the best college football bracket. Play for your chance to win $1,000. Tell them where to go, Rich.
Visit foxsportsradio.iheart.com. Register, get the rules, fill out your bracket. You got to do it before kickoff at 7:30 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Again, foxsportsradio.iheart.com. Your chance to win a G.
Super dope.
And the road to Milan runs through St. Louis. See Ilya Malinin, Alyssa Liu, and Amber Glenn compete in the 2026 Prevagen U.S. Figure Skating Championship. That's January 7th to the 11th. Be there as the 2026 U.S. Olympic Figure Skating team is named live. Tickets at usfigureskating.org.
Okay, so now think about this as we continue, Sam. Things that made you go, this weekend.
Things that make you go,
Lowenkron announced that DK Metcalf is suspended.
Yeah.
Why would they suspend him if they were certain this fan said these things? Because what happens, and Jay Stu made a good point, it's just something to think about. He was like, especially with all the things with J.C. Smollett and Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph incident. Sometimes when drastic things happen, you don't want this to be the quick go-to to justify it. And that could be the possibility. Now, we're not saying it didn't happen, but we can't use that as an excuse to do violent things and to get away with stuff either, especially if it didn't happen.
I know what you're saying. You can't. A black man can't have a bad moment and then just be like, he called me the N-word. Like,
you don't want to be the boy that cried N-word just because you lost your cool in that moment. And like Iowa Sam alluded to before, there was lots of fans in the area that could verify whether or not this guy was being belligerent and saying types of things like that in front of children over there.
That's a great
Is he
point.
a weenie fan? Yes, but guess what? A few things could be true here. He could be a weenie fan, but it could also be very true that he never said that.
I think DK
It also could be true that he did, but then why did the NFL suspend DK Metcalf?
I think DK lost his cool and deserves a suspension. 2 games is a bit harsh. 1 game maybe.
Yeah, but then you can't be throwing around allegations like that because that's really serious. It's a bad look. Now everyone thinks this Ryan Kennedy guy is a big-time racist. It's not good for football. It's not good for society.
No one cares about this kid. I'll say this, though.
Yeah, but is that a good look for our culture that these things – we know they exist, but it doesn't – you don't have to make a story out of it if there is none.
All right. Well, hey, DK Metcalf suspended. Your thoughts? I'm flabbergasted that no one's feeling me, at least on the whole. They've had history to me. Is translation. This stalker fan has bothered DK before. How could a fan and a player, just think about that for 1 second, we'll take all the feedback. How could a player and a fan have, quote, history? The only way is if the fan is some crazy stalker, go to the front row fan.
If you're too thin-skinned to let it get to you. Like I said.
So you're not addressing what I'm asking.
No. Because it takes two to tango or something
How?
like that. No one's discrediting this guy. No one's saying
You're not
that this
answering
guy isn't
me.
a weenie.
Dude, it's like
but
fighting with a woman.
A professional athlete has to be above those moments. He has to be above that, dude. He's got too much to lose. He can't just be punching every guy that is taunting him and then saying it's because he said some racist stuff. He's got to be bigger than that. That's just the world we live in. That's the game they play. Mm-hmm. That's an everyday thing for these guys, unfortunately. They're getting taunted all the time.
Let's go to Jake in Indy. What's up, Jake? You're on the show. Covino and Rich.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, man, I've been listening to this story for about 15 minutes with you guys, and it's absolutely a bad look all the way around. Like, you're right. Like, DK cannot touch that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
DK's got a history of, like, he lets guys get under his skin all the time, on the field, like, off the field. Like, I've seen videos where, like, kids are chirping him, and, like, he lets that stuff get to him. And, like, he cannot let some Joe Schmo in the stands, especially some guy that he knows or has history with him now, that we're saying, like, you're like, oh, it's this guy again? Oh, this guy's just Joe Blow. He's nobody, and like he can't put his hands on him. It's a bad look. But where's security? Like if this guy's screaming vulgars, if he is, like where's security? Because if I'm yelling at the top of my lungs at a game, I know security's going to be like, "Sir, sit down or get removed." And like, where are they at? Like,
yeah, no, I agree. It was. I think security should take the blame because it seems like no one was around this idiot in the front row. And again, the one thing I'll say that no one's wanting to address is that repeat effect. Like he's got history. How can you have history with a fan?
Because I think he's a season ticket holder. So
yeah, but how often do the Steelers play the Lions? Covino? This is a stalker type guy.
They have history going back to when DK was with Seattle.
Yeah, but like, what are we talking? History?
So
dude,
it could have been.
You have history with an ex-girlfriend. You have history with an old coworker. So a player and a fan only has history if the fan's a stalker.
And if the player
history
is allowing this to get to him. You know, like he could easily ignore it. Like, look what happens when you don't ignore it. Danny G, you were talking about Ed Cooley, the Georgetown head coach who hit a kid with a water bottle.
Yeah, he got suspended.
He suspended a game. Like, you got to be bigger than that. Taunting is part of sports. All right, part of sports. It's not going away. You're a visiting player. You're an opposing player. You're going to get taunted. You can't be putting your hands on, throwing things.
Yeah. Now to be clear, Covino, nobody was taunting him. He reacted to the horrible loss over the weekend, and he throws.
Can't react like
yeah, exactly. He chucks this water bottle, and it nails a kid in the front row.
You can't be like that if you're a professional. And yeah, do we expect more from fans? We of course do, but unfortunately, that's just how they are. Did this guy say this? It's possible that he did. But the NFL, who I'm sure is doing a pretty thorough investigation, couldn't find any proof that he did, or else they wouldn't have suspended DK Metcalf. So, again, unfortunately, after a really, really great win, this is part of the story. So props again to the Steelers, even though Rich said they ruined football next week.
They ruined, not just next week, Covino. They ruined the rest of the regular season.
They ruined the rest of the regular season. You know, this is part of the things that made us go, this weekend.
All right. I'm fired up. Let's go to Isaac for an update, and then we'll take all your feedback. We'll move on to all the other things that went down in the NFL.
But we didn't even talk about the fight yet.
Listen, big story. That was the big story. DK Metcalf, the Steelers beating the Lions. That was a big storyline yesterday.
Indeed, and that was the big story today. A short time ago, the NFL suspending DK Metcalf, the wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 games without pay for initiating a physical confrontation with a Detroit Lions fan on Sunday. Metcalf will appeal. The attorney for the fan issued a statement today denying an NFL media report that the fan directed a racial slur at Metcalf and also said something derogatory about Metcalf's mother. Meanwhile, for context, guys, a short time after the incident yesterday, the fan in question told the Detroit Free Press, and I quote, "He doesn't like his government name. I called him that, and then he grabbed me and ripped my shirt. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little rattled, but I just want the Lions to win, baby," unquote. Sounds like a delightful gentleman wronged.
Oh, man. I get, believe me, I get how you could see a guy like this and say, what a loser. But, I mean, these are the guys that are there supporting their team, Rich.
Still losers.
He's shocked and rattled, but at the end of the day, he just wants the Lions to win, baby. And he adds for emphasis, baby. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs will be moving to the state of Kansas for the 2031 season after the state of Kansas today unanimously approved a bond project for a new domed stadium, which will be approximately 25 miles west of Arrowhead Stadium. Another suspension in the NFL today. The league suspended Los Angeles Chargers linebacker Denzel Perryman for the final 2 games of the regular season for repeated violations of rules intended to protect the safety of players. Sesame Street helped raise all of us. Now it's our turn. Donate this holiday season at sesame.org because the world needs sesame and sesame needs you. In Major League Baseball, the New York Mets have traded second baseman Jeff McNeil to the Athletics.
Get him out of here.
It was exactly Rich's response earlier. Finally, in college football, how about this? No more annual USC-Notre Dame rivalry. They won't face each other for at least the next 2 seasons because Notre Dame is scheduling a home-and-home series with BYU. USC and Notre Dame releasing a joint statement today reading, quote, "Our institutions will continue working towards bringing back the rivalry," unquote, which is kind of like your divorced parents issuing a joint statement saying, "We will continue working towards getting back together," unquote. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks,
Hey, thank you, Isaac.
The rest of your feedback, we're going to get to a bunch of your NFL week 16 almost in the books, and we'll get to that next right here on Covino and Rich.
Quick timeout, Rich. Holiday upgrade check. Still watching games on the old small TV? If you aren't, nobody wants to come to your house for the holidays. Nobody wants to watch games at your house. Everybody's talking about your weak-ass TV, and you're only seeing about half the game.
You shouldn't be tapping out in the red zone. TCL's QM8K, the QD Mini LED. That's the real MVP. Ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels, the ultimate experience. Picture so clear you could taste the turf.
And it's not just football. Movies look cinematic. You can see all the angles from DK Metcalf.
Exactly.
Games feel smoother. And yes, the in-laws notice. Everybody notices your sweet TV.
Here's the holiday play. Select TCL TVs. Go premium with the QM8K, like we said. Or you could get the QM6K for an elevated game day experience. Don't overthink it. Just get the ultimate savings right now. Epic savings, undeniable bragging rights while supplies last.
TCL is the official TV partner of the NFL. Find TCL at all major retailers. TCL, bigger, brighter, better holidays. Select models, limited time. See all major retailers for details. TCL.com. There's 2 other superstars in football and basketball that are toying around with the retirement idea. Let's talk football first, because Stephen A. went on this rant today saying, I think Kelsey's going to retire after this season. No big stretch, because I believe it too. I was surprised he came back this season. Okay. And now they're what? 6-7, and they're out of it. What more to play for? The guy's done it all. You think he's going to come back for, like, the rebuilding of a Chiefs organization? The guy's on his way out. No one wants to be a detriment to their team either. And I'm not saying he is, but if they're going to look younger and build, and Mahomes needs some good receivers, young receivers, I don't know if Kelsey's in the mix. His priorities are different.
Okay.
He already has a career in broadcasting. He has a bride-to-be. The future's bright for him elsewhere.
Hit me with option number 2.
So Kelsey, again, Stephen A. talking about it today, and it's gone viral. Then the other one is LeBron, but hear me out, because people are saying he's got like one more year left. LeBron, it's season 23. That's his magic number, right? 23rd season. Let's say, and I would never wish this upon anybody, but I think teams like OKC would be in their way, right?
Do you mean the 23-1 OKC?
But let's say, and I would never wish this, Rich. I would never, ever wish this, but this is sports. Let's say someone on OKC gets hurt. Not wishing it on anybody. I'm knocking wood, in fact, right?
Yeah.
That opens up the lane even more for a Lakers team who's hot. They're playing good. They got young, they got veterans, they got old, they got everything.
Can't disagree.
Right? Let's say the Lakers win, and it's his 23rd season, magic number, last win, last hurrah. You don't think he retires? My question is, who's more likely to retire, a la Cejudo style, after this season, Kelsey or LeBron, if they win?
I have an obvious
I think LeBron's going to still play one more year.
I think the answer is obvious.
Kelsey?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? I thought for sure you would say.
And I'll explain.
Maybe it's not as obvious as maybe we don't need that wrench of Lakers winning then.
I think LeBron's proven it all.
Okay.
And if there's no path to a championship and there's teams that are in his way, like you said, the Lakers are a top, I would say 3 to 5 team in the NBA. The Lakers look good. It's fun to watch the Lakers.
Dude, Reeves putting up crazy numbers. They're comparing him to stat-wise to Kobe Bryant now.
I'm just saying they're
using the word superstar to describe Austin Reeves.
Exactly.
Now.
They've already sort of moved past LeBron being the centerpiece. That's Luka now.
Yeah. But a major piece still.
Austin Reeves, and they may go after another big star if LeBron were to walk away. I think Travis Kelce, I'll look at it this way. When you have a lot in the future, I know recently you were like, in your mind, you're like, dude, I got my daughter's Sweet 16, then I got this. And when you have all these things on the horizon, right, you try to cram things in and you don't. My point is this. He's getting married June 13th. They made the announcement, him and Taylor Swift, June 13th.
He's got a top 25 podcast making millions.
13, her little lucky number symbolic. So they're getting married. And then I bet you within a year, because, they're at the age, they have every resource possible, they're going to have a kid. And I bet you that he runs it back one more time. After the career he's had, I don't think you go out the one time you don't make the playoffs. I feel like it's like Tom Brady wouldn't want to go away. You remember Tom Brady, the last interception he threw for the Patriots? It's like, you're not going to go out like that.
I think he's not in Cypress Hill. He's on the Chiefs.
I'm not going out like that.
We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out. I think that gives him more reason to be like, it's over. Like, this run is over.
He has a very bright post-football career, but it's almost like once you stop, you're never going to go back, right? So if he has any desire to play one more time, where I think LeBron could, with all good conscience, I played with my son, I've won on 3 different teams. It's a good question. Your thoughts at 877-99 on Fox.
Well, you and I thought it was obvious, and you and I completely disagree.
Yeah,
I think if anyone's going to retire, it's Kelsey. And I think LeBron's got like one more year because when he announced it already and taken in that farewell tour?
I'm looking at it from another angle. You're saying who's going to retire. I'm saying who.
Happy holidays. Women be shopping. Covino and Rich wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. And I just want to say how thankful we are. We have the best listeners in the world. The CNR show,
no doubt.
YouTube is popping right now. Covino and Rich FSR to watch what you hear on YouTube. Wes in Idaho, Scott for mayor, Colin in Canada, Steve Man 199. So many people chiming in. Joey Elbows.
Oh!
So join the fun, join the live chat, talk some smack. You could also call us too. But we're live, Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. And the number is 877-99 on Fox. I'm Steve Covino live in Idaho. That is Rich Davis.
Should I change my take? Mike Oliver hit us up on the in show, and he goes, Rich, you got it all wrong. The Steelers didn't ruin the season. the Lions not finishing that game ruined the season. Blame the Lions, not the Steelers.
No, I think you should change your take on this fan who was dubbed a racist, because if the NFL had any thoughts whatsoever that DK Metcalf's claim was true, they would have defended him in the league and not have suspended him. What played out live with Lowenkron's update is insane. We'll get to the phone calls and back to that game, but we're live from Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our tire rack play of the day. As our show predicted, the Patriots would bounce back.
Nobody deep for Baltimore in the secondary. Handoff Stevenson, runs to the right side across the 15. Cuts it across the 10 to the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown Patriots. A sensational run by Ramondre Stevenson as New England takes the lead.
That's courtesy of 98.5, the Sports Hub, and the Patriots Radio Network, and that was our tire rack play of the day.
For 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they're driving. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, instant, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. I'm not aggravated at Tire Rack. They're great people. I'm just looking at a couple of the games that really, I'm so spoiled, and so we all are as far as what the NFL has given us this year as far as excitement. There are 3 games. Had they turned out different, honestly, the playoffs in my mind would have started next week. And those games
know what you sound like, though, Rich? Honestly, and I think it's a great point, because I haven't heard anyone talk about that, right? So props to you.
Yeah.
But you kind of sound like, man, if I would have invested in this, then I would have got that. That stuff never means or resonates anything with me.
Yeah. If I would have put money into Bitcoin 15 years ago, well, you didn't.
And guess what? It didn't happen. The cookie crumbled, so deal with it. Like, I get it. We're robbed a little bit, but it's been a really crazy season.
If my manager went to the bullpen earlier, yeah, well, he didn't.
Man, if I didn't take out of my Amazon stock, I'd be a millionaire.
Yeah,
well, guess what? You did.
And these things didn't happen. But there are 3 games I think we could all agree that if they went the other way, the season would have been like, ooh. And
it's a great point. I'm not taking away from your point. It really is a great one. I haven't heard anyone else really cry about it the way you have.
Well, I'm the number one crybaby. So number one was the Steelers beating the Lions, sort of put the Lions out of it and gave the Steelers some breathing room. The other game was New England winning last night, killed any momentum of the Ravens maybe hanging in there. And the game that happened on Saturday, the Packers, my goodness, letting that game
finish,
letting that slip away with the onside kick.
They were up 10 with 5 minutes to go.
Oh my God!
With a backup quarterback.
That game had so much significance because now the Bears could have been like in a scary situation where like, wow, now they're playing San Fran next week, and then they got to finish against the Lions. So many little things could have been, but Covino's right. Guess what? You didn't buy Bitcoin 15 years ago, so shut up.
So that's it. And by the way, Caleb Williams and the Bears showing that they got a flair for the dramatic, man, and I respect that a lot. I think you need a little bit of that to go far in this league.
Yeah, so how about Caleb Williams putting his hands in his hand warmer after he threw the game-winning touchdown?
So cold. That was cold.
By the way, that was he threw the ball, immediately put his hands in his pockets, like, ooh, that's a strike. I know it. I just hit him in stride.
It's called a muff. He put it in the muff.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Vegas.
Let's make it snappy. Hi, Larry.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
Hey, Larry.
Hey, man, please, y'all, give me 3 minutes.
Well, I can't give you 3 minutes. I can't give you 3 minutes because we got to go to break.
Give me a minute.
So then hold on. Okay. We'll get to you at the top. Okay.
Exactly.
So I want to hear you. I want to hear you out, Larry. So let's give it a second. And any other thoughts on Week 16? Again, I feel like a crybaby about it.
Yeah. How about the Jag hype, man? The Jags looking like the real deal, dude. They beat the Broncos.
Put this on your left. We'll talk Jags. I want to talk about Nick Sirianni getting crap for going for 2 when they were up by so many.
The fight,
well, a lot went down, and we're going to get to it all. And if you said fight, the fight, Jake Paul, didn't even get to that. So all next right here on FSR, CNR.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
The NFL has suspended Pittsburgh Steelers receiver DK Metcalf 2 games without pay for initiating a physical confrontation with a Detroit Lions fan on Sunday. Metcalf will appeal. The attorney for the fan issued a statement today denying an NFL media report that the fan directed a racial slur at Metcalf and also said something derogatory about Metcalf's mother. The Kansas City Chiefs will be moving to the state of Kansas for the 2031 season after the state of Kansas today unanimously approved a bond project for a new domed stadium. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, however, is saying, not so fast, my friend. Here's what he told Fox Kansas City a short time ago.
The way I understand it, there's some things that Kansas will have to work through with the Chiefs organization. I'm going to work with the Chiefs organization till the moving truck's back up to Arrowhead.
I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
Oh, man. CNR on FSR. I'm watching the video of all angles of DK Metcalf still, Covino. Yeah. And he's got to have discipline, dude. Why are you doing that? I hate this bozo in the stands, but you got to be smarter, DK. You got to be smarter.
Uh-oh, sounds like you're moonwalking on your tape.
A little bit.
No moonwalking.
A little bit since Lowenkron made the announcement that he's suspended. Look, there's the truth and there's the spin. And if the NFL didn't know the truth, I don't know if they would have made that announcement within 24 hours. We're Covino and Rich, and we be rocking out. Let's go. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio and feeding off the success of our college basketball bracket. Each March, we do that challenge. We decided to do a bracket challenge for the college football playoff. Now that there's 8 teams left standing, it's bracket challenge time. Compete against our Fox Sports Radio host and against fellow listeners to see who has the best college football playoff bracket.
Bracket time.
I picked mine already. Play for your chance to win $1,000.
Who do you have winning the whole thing, bracket boy?
I'm not telling you, bro.
Come on, bracket boy.
Visit foxsportsradio.com. Find out for yourself.
Win $1,000. Again, foxsportsradio.iheart.com. Register, get the rules and all that jazz. Entry open until kickoff on New Year's Eve. And if you've ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport, hey, why not? Fencing. It's fast, safe, easy to start. Find the beginning class right now at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. And by the way, I am not backpedaling at all. I do think this fan is a buffoon. I just think DK Metcalf has to have the resistance, the la resistance to say,
but he didn't, so it's an easy excuse to say that he talked about my mama and he said X, Y, and Z. And we're not saying, and I'm definitely not saying that racism doesn't exist and that people aren't belligerent. But if that were the case here, the NFL would have done their due diligence to find out that was true.
Well, it's a lot of he said, she said, it's a lot of nonsense. Unless there's audio recordings of it, then you're really just like, oh, who do you believe? And then it goes nowhere,
But there's witnesses, Rich, and, the NFL would do everything in their power to protect DK Metcalf. Like I said, truth and the spin. And the truth is that, maybe this fan did taunt him and call him by his birth name, and maybe he was getting under Metcalf's skin. But the truth is, Metcalf crossed the line, and then he spun it as to why. Well, here's why I did it. And that's dangerous territory because you can't just use that as an excuse to be belligerent sometimes when in fact stuff like that really does happen, right? So you can't use that as an excuse. That's not a good look for the NFL.
Say hi to Larry. Larry, go ahead. What's your take on this, buddy?
Hey, listen here. First of all, I want to defend that fan because without the fans, the motor wouldn't keep rolling. That's for Fox Sports, TV, not all fans, because the guy has blue hair on. I don't think the way that guy is bashing the fan is like, but we got evidence of DK Metcalf. He's just another A.J. Brown. And I don't believe that brother called him that. I don't believe that dude called him that. That's the first thing they want to do. And I'm a black man, and we hate when we see a brother go and pull that race card. DK Metcalf is a bonehead. He didn't have no business going in that fan. And even if the fan was calling him his birth name, go be mad at your mama. She named it for you.
That's so
go
funny.
Be mad at your mama.
And Larry, I'm glad you did say that. I just think that fans
well,
just
I'm
get
glad
so out of
Larry's hearing us
control.
out, Rich, because it's just you have to speculate all sides.
Yeah.
We know that there are trash bags that do say things like that, and they do say the wrong things. But, if that were the case, the NFL would not have made this announcement as soon as they did. And, yeah, his name's not so bad. The Kalen Zacharias Metcalf. Let's just hope he's better in the future because it's a shame. Now he has to appeal, and he looks like he's lying about the whole thing. And that shouldn't be the go-to excuse, like Larry said. It just shouldn't.
I don't think this is gonna. I don't think we're gonna hear about the story much more. I think it's sort of. I like to think that. Here's my guess: they reduce it to one game. The Steelers have pretty much wrapped up that division anyway. Seeing the playoffs, Steelers sort of become a little backstory now. I told you they ruined everything yesterday by winning.
We still got to talk about the fight. We got to talk about the Jags. We have last one standing. We have lots to get to, man.
How about Andy in Rhode Island? What's up, Andy? What's up, bud?
Andy?
Hi, Don.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, check this out, guys. Before I get on my take, I just want to say I am a big fan of Dan Byer. After Friday, what I heard, he's a Survivor fan. Man, he has won me over. But to get to my take, it has to be the pass interference call that was missed by the refs in the Ravens and Patriots game. I don't know how the defender can just be allowed to tackle the guy before the ball even gets there, and then the ref is just standing there stone cold. And Mike Rabel had a couple words with him. I know, everyone saw that.
Yeah, there was a missed call there. Listen, they didn't really have much of a chance without Lamar Jackson moving forward, if you ask me. So I don't know. I think a couple rivalries fell apart yesterday, and I think any excitement
he's more hurt than we think he is. It's been an off season this whole season.
Oh yeah.
And as far as Dan Byer, not only is Dan a great broadcaster, he's a good dude. So thanks for the phone call. Appreciate it.
Great job.
Let's talk about the Jags real quick, Rich, because it seems like all of a sudden, and the narrative changes week to week, so I get why it happens, but it's funny to observe, right? The Jags are the real deal. Like, I can't tell you how many times I read, like, they're Super Bowl bound, and they very well might be, but a week ago we weren't really saying that, but they really did seem like the real deal because they beat the Broncos, man. They're now 11-4. The Broncos are 12-3. The Jags look legitimate, so we got to point that out. From one week to the next, they went from like, they're pretty good. I don't know if I'm believing that hype, to then beating the Broncos and Super Bowl bound is the buzz. I can't say it's the narrative, but it's the buzz. They're looking solid, and because they beat the Broncos, more solid than we thought.
Let me give you a couple plays and a couple things I saw over the weekend, and you let me know if you think it's like trash or legit. Like, it's BS or legit, okay?
Go ahead.
Number one, speaking of Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, who look Super Bowl brown, bro. I get it. They look great.
I saw that a lot.
When the whistle was, what would a whistle? When a whistle was whistled,
the whistles go woo.
When the whistle was whistled, and
blow the whistle.
When the whistle was blown, whistles are blown. That's what it is.
Orale, fool.
Yo, mama.
While you're under there, Rich.
When the whistle was blown and the guy on the Broncos still took that hit on Trevor Lawrence, I feel like that could have been so much worse.
Oh man, from behind,
like
he saw his whole his whole back went in.
He popped up.
He like scorpion midair.
He popped up and actually started laughing with one of the other Bronco defenders, and I was like, all right, so it must have just looked a lot worse, but that could have been a season derailer. Danny G, just imagine. That's the play that injures Trevor Lawrence, and the season's over.
It coming, Rich. It's in fighting. It's in boxing. It's the ones you don't see coming.
Do you see
and he did not see that coming.
Yeah, the slow-mo of that is insane. His body is just rocked. He looks like Jell-O.
Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but you've heard people say if you brace for a car accident, sometimes you could get more hurt. Like maybe
maybe
that's why some people who are intoxicated will live through a bad accident.
Unfortunately, the innocent people die. Yeah, but yeah, no, when you get hit like that, sometimes maybe not seeing it coming is because Trevor Lawrence popped right back up, and I was like, thank God, because that would have been what a crappy storyline it would have been if the Jags were rolling and Trevor Lawrence gets hurt on a play that was blown dead, but the guy didn't hear it. Like, that would have been weak.
That's a funny point, Rich. Maybe there's something to that, because I don't know how he survived that. Like his body snapped.
But not even survived it, Covino. Like, popped up like, yeah, no biggie. Another play I wanted to bring up. Baker Mayfield on that final drive. Was it Mike Evans who just cut the wrong way? Is that Evans trying to improvise, or is that a bad read on Evans? Did we ever hear anything?
Yeah, I wondered the same thing because he broke the wrong direction, but he was also trying to extend the play.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think that might have just been like, hey, receiver trying to extend the play, and instinctually they're usually on, but if that last interception looked like Baker just threw it into no man's land, it was because Mike Evans broke the opposite way. And if he had broke that way, maybe Tampa wins that game. So I thought that was interesting, Covino.
That's a great point.
And the other one was on Saturday. The game that sort of went under the radar because there was no real stakes involved. It was just, Philadelphia ensuring themselves a playoff spot and everything, winning that division. When Nick Sirianni goes for 2 in the fourth quarter when they're up by, 18, 17 points, and Washington's so offended that a fight breaks out. Are you Nick Sirianni made a great point. He goes, is running up the score really going for 2 instead of 1? It's 1 point. And
he going for the over.
Or is it simply he was doing the math and it's like, well, then 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I don't know. BS or not? Do you think Nick Sirianni just kicks the extra point and this is some BS?
Man, calls like that, I wonder the same thing as you do. I don't know what's going on in that moment. But I don't believe in running up the score. I don't. I'm just not a believer of that. I think do what you can there.
Yeah. Trying to think of any other thoughts before we get to the rest of your feedback, because we got a lot to get to today.
We didn't even talk about the fight.
Yeah, before the fight, really quick, Covino, because haven't got to say anything about the Raiders except they stink.
Oh, they hung in there.
Dude, Ashton Genty running like that against the NFL's #1 defense. They give up 14 points a game, and Genty scored that on his own. He was breaking tackles. He was catching passes. If you can get some real leadership there in Vegas with Bowers, Genty, of course, Max Crosby, you have some stars to build around. I think that makes it even more frustrating for Raiders fans.
Did you see Tom Brady said he's going to take a more active role?
Yeah.
I have a question. I think, Danny, I'm going to be really positive about your Raiders, okay? I think that, listen, there's times they get blown out there, like last week against the Chiefs.
31-0 against both the Chiefs and the Eagles.
And Max Crosby, looked like his head was about to spin off out of frustration. There are games, though, where the Raiders do look like they're not far away. I don't think they're I don't know. Like, there are times where I'm like, are they that awful?
Yeah,
you need to get rid of Geno Smith.
They're a confusing team because they have some great starters, and they have really, really bad depth, bad backups. Like, their second-string guys couldn't even be third-string guys on some other NFL teams.
Yeah, you could see how a secondary or the run game is exposed when they have...
The O-line was exposed at the very start of the season.
I got to give Danny G props, though. He's rocking his Genty shirt today, too. Look at him.
Dude, that was fun watching him run that football yesterday. It gave me a little bit of hope, at least, if there could be some leadership in that building. And if it's Tom Brady, okay, it's Tom Brady. But let's get that fixed, please.
Well, you know what, Danny? You should have hope because every year in the NFL, what do we see? We see 1 or 2 teams that stunk.
Mm-hmm. Or up to 4 teams who didn't make the playoffs.
They would say every year of the teams that make the playoffs, like 40% of them are new every year. So every year there's a couple bottom feeders that are playoff contenders and a couple teams that were in the playoffs take a big step back. So, hey, there's always next year. Isn't that been your phrase for a while, though?
Yeah, for too long.
There's always next year.
I'm sick of the draft being my fan base's Super Bowl.
And, I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed, but I think we can move along. The Chargers, Cowboys, that was close for a second, but the Chargers pulled away. They're an interesting team, right? Because they're sitting there at 11-4, and I don't think anyone's really taking them that seriously.
No, I think the final observation is we got exactly what we thought we'd get from the fight, and I found it to be entertaining. If you expected more, I think shame on you because it was supposed to be a spectacle.
Yep.
And the reason that you saw Jake Paul running around is he had a 6'6" Olympic gold medal, 2-time heavyweight champion going after him. And eventually when Jake Paul gassed himself out from sticking and moving and running and hitting, Anthony Joshua was able to land like a beast, and he was throwing powerful bombs that were getting to Jake Paul, and he eventually broke his jaw in 2 places. So anyone that thinks it's fake, I'd have to say, well, what do you think about the x-rays? But I do think if there's any sort of wink-wink, it's like, hey, let's give the fans a show. Let's sort of spar for 3 rounds. And then, hey, go at it and do whatever you got to do. And I think that's exactly what happened. Anthony Joshua proved to everybody that there's levels to this. But as a result, we watched Jake Paul get his face bashed. Everybody wanted to see that. You saw him humbled a little bit. They both won. Anthony Joshua made over $90 million. What Jake Paul made $92 million. And I thought it was fun. It brought people together. I was with Rich and Sam and friends and I had a good time. I wasn't expecting a masterful boxing lesson from two former champions.
I'll
It's
say
Jake
this.
Paul and it's Anthony Joshua.
I'll say this.
It was fun.
I don't believe in the fix. If anything, maybe I believe in a gold medal heavyweight champion like an Anthony Joshua. You know, sometimes in the jungle, we made this analogy, a lion or tiger plays with its food a little bit before it eats it.
It's possible.
Maybe you toy with Jake Paul a little bit, and then you really fully unleash.
He got a great workout out of it. He got a great sparring session, and I loved what he said at the end of the fight where he's like, if you're watching a basketball game, the other team's going to score, but there's levels to this. So, yeah, Jake Paul may have landed a few punches, but it's boxing. That's just what's bound to happen. So did those punches affect Anthony Joshua in any way? And the answer is no. But getting hit, that's just part of it. And Anthony Joshua did his thing, and maybe we get a Fury fight next. But, look, they both won. They both made a lot of money. And I thought it was an entertaining night. I had a good time with it. I'm not hating, but we got exactly what we expected. Anthony Joshua is just at a different level. He's a world-class fighter who fought a guy who's fought for, 6 years?
But
and I won't take away from the huevos that Jake Paul wears in this moment. I would not do that, so I give him props.
Covino, it's a big but. He's got plates and, the dental work, the teeth removed and screws in his mouth. So now there's people speculating online whether or not this could, stop his boxing career from continuing.
It'll stall it for sure. I mean, he's not the first boxer to get his jaw broken. In those places, I couldn't tell you. I saw the x-rays. I saw the metal plates. But now he steps down to a weight that's more suffice to him, which is probably cruiserweight. And maybe he could dominate. Like AJ said, he's got guts. He's got spirit. You need those things. You can't train for those things. He's got the huevos to step in there. Now he needs to work harder and get into a better weight class.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was thoroughly entertaining. It played
Rich, that's all I expected,
It played out exactly how many people predicted. In fact, I put $20 on a few rounds for a knockout. I hit. 20 paid $340 on a 6th-round knockout. I thought
no wonder you were at the mall earlier.
We saw, like I said, Anthony Joshua maybe just feeling him out for a little while, but at no point was Anthony Joshua hurt, sweating, winded, or anything. And you saw Jake Paul, and even mentioned in the post-fight where you fight a guy that big, it takes so much out of you cardio-wise. It's interesting because I had like old guys' night at my house, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. And there's Sam the curmudgeon on the couch, and he's like, "What was that? What was it?"
Sam hated it because
what was
Sam,
it?
No, it wasn't a traditional boxing match.
You're right.
It just
That's
wasn't.
how you should look at it.
But you weren't entertained?
No, I was entertained.
Okay.
Gladiator style. Listen, it was an entertaining thing to watch. It was a spectacle. From a boxing competitiveness standpoint, I was looking at it the wrong way because the 5-6 inch height difference, the reach, the weight. Anthony Joshua is like a boxer, a professional, and Jake Paul is like a YouTuber, sort of going on this like reality show
But that's
mission.
What makes it intriguing.
That
That's
is
it.
No, you're right.
If
And that's the way to look at
but
it.
also,
if you
Jake
want to
Paul's
see
a ranked fighter
real
now.
fight, real fights matter. Late January, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson is going to be a technical masterclass of boxing. It's going to be a chess match. So watch
Is that code
fight.
for
We'll
boring?
get together. Well, no, because if you really want to see some good boxing, You're going to see a master at defense, and Teofimo, a master of footwork, trying to land in there.
Sounds like a boring equation. When you say
fight, how about a fight that matters, Rich? Because this fight matters nothing. But it was fun.
Will someone get their jaw broken?
Maybe.
Over the weekend, did you guys, I'm sure you saw some of the memes and the jokes about, will YouTube have him back, and some of the low-hanging fruit that people were grabbing onto. Are those just haters of all haters? Because he did have to show the heart of a lion to stand in there and take those hits.
I thought it was great. I thought everything about it was entertaining. I think Anthony Joshua came out looking like a real gentleman, and now he might have new fans because it's like, oh, who's this Anthony Joshua guy? The people that don't know boxing. I thought everything about it was great. I thought even from him walking in wearing Hulkamania stuff, Real American played for a second. Like it was a spectacle.
Rich, when I saw that? He could be, years from now, rubbing it all in our face, saying, hey, I foreshadowed it right there. Much like wrestling, this is all just entertainment.
Well, he can't say that because you could bet on it, he'd go to prison.
Well, exactly.
So he can never admit that.
He may have subtly admitted it by coming out like the Hulkster. But I will never take anything away from him because I would never do that, and I think it takes some guts to get in there. And I thought it was fun. I actually agree with Rich. It gave us a night out.
Yep.
We had a good time, and that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the fight.
All right. Well, hey, coming up, we are going to play Last One Standing, a show game that we play that gives everyone anxiety. Hey, it's a lot of fun. If you want in, you can win a Covino Rich Nerf Turbo football. Throwing some koozies if you do extra well. We'll do that next. Again, let's get a contestant now at 877-99 on Fox. Little Monday show. Christmas week. Let's go.
Time out. Holiday upgrade check. You still watching the games on the old small TV? If you are, you're only seeing half the game.
Don't want to do that.
You know what I saw on my TCL, Rich? We should have talked about it on things that make you go, Cam Little hitting those 73-yard field goals.
We're gonna. You know what? Save that because I have thoughts on this dude. But that's the type of stuff you'll see in your TCL. Crystal clear. The real MVP is TCL's QM8K. That's the QD Mini LED. Ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels, the ultimate experience. Picture so clear you could taste the turf, as they say.
And it's not just the Jags and them being Super Bowl bound and Cam Little. It's not just foosball. Movies look cinematic. Watch a holiday. Watch a Christmas classic on it. It's a Wonderful Life. Games feel smoother, and yes, your company notices.
Here's the play. Holiday savings off select TCLs. Go premium with the QM8K. That's the ultimate choice. Or grab the versatile QM6K for an elevated game day experience.
Don't overthink it. Lock in the ultimate experiences with epic savings, undeniable bragging rights all season long. Get it while supplies last.
Hey, TCL, official TV partner of the NFL. Find TCL at all the major retailers. TCL, bigger, brighter, better holidays. Select models, limited time. See all major retailers for details. Signed to the Bills practice squad, correct?
Michael Badgley, yeah.
Yes. Could be activated because Matt Prater was injured. So they've had some injuries at the kicking spot this year. So Badgley donning number 32, according to the Bills release.
Number 32 on the Bills.
Interessante.
Who's number 32 on the Bills? Danny G, a guy that we saw before he passed away on a Southwest flight.
With a huge head.
Giant noggin.
What's up, Juice? O.J. Simpson. Would you wear O.J. Simpson's uniform number if you were on the Buffalo Bills? Number 32? Is there some type of bad karma or bad feelings?
It was not worn by anyone from 1977, O.J.'s last year, until 2019. Only 2 players have worn it since, so 1 player in 2019, 1 player in 2024. Not extensive use. Just assigned to players, but now Badgley could be bringing it out.
Well, I'd imagine.
What are the karma rules here?
Before the alleged crime, well, he was sort of convicted of some stuff, but before OJ did all the doing, it was probably held because of retirement number purposes, and he was a legend. And then alleged murders happened, and then that sort of gets taken off the shelf. Now time has passed where some young kids probably like, yeah, number 32.
So, like, the Cowboys don't retire numbers, but number 88 is a cherished number if you're a wide receiver with the Cowboys. Like, so that's one of the ways that they can do it. Hey, if you're that next wide receiver, Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, now CeeDee Lamb.
Syracuse does that with 44.
Yeah.
Jim Brown.
Sure.
I think if you're a Bills player, you skip that number, just like elevators skip the number 13. Like,
I agree.
Skip 32.
Like how In and Out is skipping 6, 7, order number 6, 7.
I'm sure they gave him a bunch of different options, and I think Badgley's probably wanted to be like, yeah, give me 32. Yeah. But that to me is messing with karma.
Yeah, there's certain things you avoid. Like,
but it's not the same way. It's not the same way. Like you said, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Irvin, like 88's a legendary number in Dallas. What is it? 32 of you have murdering tendencies?
Yeah,
like that's
it's a tainted number. That's why I think you stay away from it. What are the karma rules here? It's like, would you buy a home if someone was murdered there? Because it's a great deal. And you're like, yeah, but when you feel weird about
I
that.
even feel weird about
I think that happens all the time.
I mean, it does happen all the time, but
rest in peace, Rob Reiner. That house is going to be sold to some other rich person that's going to have to accept the fact that Rob Reiner's, him and his wife were murdered there.
Look, I feel weird when people die in a house and I don't know about it.
Yeah. Do you know Covino's neighbor said to him? Get this.
Dude, I was in the elevator with some bobo, some bonehead, and he goes, "Hey, what's going on, neighbor?" I'm like, "Hey," and he goes, "Yeah, I used to be pretty friendly with the guy that lived at your place a few years back." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Is he a good guy?" He's like, "Yeah, sort of tragic how he died on the patio." I was like, "Dude, you had to tell me that."
They didn't tell you that when you bought it?
No.
Don't they have to disclose that?
Now every time I see my dog, I see my dog barking out into the nothing. I'm like, "What are you barking at?"
I thought there was a law or a rule that if someone dies in the dwelling and you sell it, you have to disclose that.
I thought that too, and I think that is a rule. I did not know, or law or whatever.
Yeah.
I did not.
You didn't ask.
I didn't know this information. It wasn't disclosed. It wasn't like a tragedy.
The patio
of
is
sorts.
the gray area.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe. Right? And the guy saw
outside.
my reaction. He actually came to apologize to me later on. I was like, "Yeah, really sorry." I'm like, "Why would you even tell me that? Like, this is small talk, elevator talk, and you had to tell me that?"
Now, you need like an hour to break this down.
Yeah, I'm like, geez, that's information I wish I didn't know.
You're talking about death and murder?
But again, that was just a death to my knowledge. Murder.
I would feel morally,
foreclosure.
I was going to say I would feel morally weird. I see people
weird.
I would feel people karma-wise. People buy houses and cars and stuff that are repoed or foreclosed on. I almost feel like that's sort of like I don't know. Like
you're capitalizing off of someone's misfortune.
Like someone's
right?
dream and misfortune went away, so I'm going to scoop up their house. Like I even think that feels a little weird to me.
So would you wear the 32 because it's available? That's synonymous with OJ and the Bills.
Oh,
it's cold out here in Idaho, man. Frightful weather out here in Idaho. A little rainy, though. Live from Idaho. It's Covino, the rest of the crew back in Los Angeles, live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Happy holidays. Thank you for hanging with us. We appreciate you. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Tire Rack. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
You said it, Buster.
Yes.
All right, we have the phones all lit. We're ready to go. Last one standing.
You have 5 seconds to battle for your sports trivia life.
Man.
Oh, I don't got it.
Put your electronic devices down and pick your sports knowledge up. It's CNR's last one standing.
Last one standing.
All right, 4 categories ready to go if needed. A tiebreaker. Each contestant gets 5 seconds to stay alive in the round. If you run out of time or answer incorrectly, Iowa Sam takes you out with his famous buzzer.
No.
Don't want to hear
I
that.
wouldn't.
Do not want to hear that. All right, we keep battling until you are the last one standing. If you win 2 of the rounds, you're the top dog. Here are the contestants. 11-time winner Steve Covino, live in Idaho.
I feel like I'm at a fight. You know when they go to the celebrities at the fight and they throw up a fist?
Yeah.
That's me, bro.
Boo!
Who was the female announcer during the fight, Covino? She was like, "Oh, I can't name any other Shaggy song."
Christina Poncher, perhaps?
yeah.
But she's one of the best.
All right.
Can't name a Shaggy song.
Yeah, come on. You got to know more than one
Sugar.
Shaggy song. 17-time winner Rich Davis right over there.
What's up, buddies? 18 today. Let's go. We're going to go Peyton Manning today. 18.
Because Byer's not here. You got a bigger chance. No offense, Isaac Lee.
In for 37-time winner Dan Byer. It is 2-time champion Isaac Lowenkron.
When we're done, the rest of y'all going to be looking like Jake Paul.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, we're going to go to the studio line, see who's playing for CNR Prize. Ilo, I'll use you for this. Would you love to travel to beautiful Meridian, Idaho, DeWitt, Illinois, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, Fargo, North Dakota, or Troy, Ohio?
Oh, man. You know what? I got a thing for the Dakotas, so I'm going to go with Fargo, North Dakota, eh?
Fargo, that is Matt.
Yeah, Fargo. Oh, Fargo.
Hey,
Hey,
Matt.
Matt.
Total
thank you for
silence.
picking me.
You're welcome, Matt. What do you do for a living there in North Dakota?
I am a plumber.
Oh, don't you know?
Nice.
All right, by the way, Spot is the fact checker during this game.
I hate it so much.
A lot of anxiety, so bear with him as he checks the answers. When I say your name, the clock will start. Here's the first category. The other side of the coin. Last week, we did the winningest NFL teams over the past 5 years. This week, you have 5 seconds to name an NFL team that has the worst winning percentage over the past 5 years. We'll take the 16 worst. Covino, you are up first, starting right now. Go.
Starting with the Jets.
The Jets, 318, number 2.
Rich.
Worst.
The Giants.
The Giants, the worst. The 300 winning percentage.
Number 1. Lowenkron.
The Raiders. Sorry, Danny G.
Sorry, Danny G at number 5 with 365.
We'll turn it around by 2030. Matt.
Browns at number 8, 388.
Back to Covino.
The Titans.
The Titans at number 6 with 376.
Rich.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals at number 4 with 353.
Lowenkron.
The Saints.
The Saints at number 12, 435.
Good pull. Matt.
Commanders?
The Commanders at number 11 with 429.
Covino.
Man, last 5 years.
Yep.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Colts.
The Colts at number 15 with 470.
Ooh, just made it. Rich.
Just made it.
3.
The Panthers of Carolina.
The Panthers
Panthers.
at number 3 with 329.
Lowenkron.
The Bears.
The Bears at number 7 with 388.
Matt.
Sorry, Danny. Raiders?
Already said.
Already said.
Let me switch gears here. On
3,
the spot.
2, 1.
Chargers.
What did he say?
Packers, no.
Chargers?
You say Chargers?
Chargers. I went
You
Chargers.
said Chargers.
Wrong on both accounts.
That's what you get for saying Raiders again. Covino, back to you.
Jags.
Jags are on there with 424.
Rich. 3.
Vikings.
Vikings, not on the list.
Lowenkron.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, not on the list.
Oh, Covino wins that round.
Dude, I'm the smartest man alive.
What did we miss?
All right, you missed the Falcons at number 9.
Okay.
You missed the Texans at 13, Pats at 14, and Broncos at the top of the bottom.
That was a good one.
Top of the bottom. So
Good
Last
category.
5 years, yeah, it's tough.
All right, Covino gets on the board. Second category, titled "Isaac was in his documentary." You have 5. That's the title. You have 5 seconds to name an NBA team who Kobe Bryant had at least 6 career wins against in the postseason.
Oh, in the postseason.
Yes.
That's good.
There are 10 answers on the board.
Oh, wow.
Matt, we're going to start with you right now. Go.
Kings.
What do you say?
Suns, Phoenix.
Suns, yeah, on the list. 12 and 11.
All right, Lowenkron.
Wins.
Portland Trailblazers.
Trailblazer on the list, 16 wins.
Sir. Rich.
Kings.
Kings on the list, 11 wins.
On a roll, Covino.
Celtics,
number 1 with, or sorry, not number 1. Sorry, 6 wins. Sorry.
Top of alphabetical order.
Sorry, yeah.
All right, Matt, back to you.
Spurs.
Spurs on the list with 18 wins.
Boom. Lowenkron.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Timberwolves on the list with 8 wins.
Rich. 3, 2.
The Mavs?
Mavs, not on the list.
Covino. 3, 2.
76ers.
No.
Not on the list.
All right, between Matt and Lowenkron. Back to you, Matt.
Hornets, not on the list.
No, brother. Oh, that means Lowenkron.
Okay,
Hey, guys.
Lowenkron gets that round.
Can I guess the last 3? I'm
may.
going to go
Go for it.
Rockets, Denver, and Utah.
Yeah,
Yes!
there was one missing.
Okay.
The Thunder, but you got
Yeah.
Oh, you got 3 of the 4.
You got 3 of the 4 though.
Not the guy.
Very impressive.
Not the guy Covino and who was it?
Matt.
You don't have to.
Matt?
I just had to throw something out there.
No, I was saying there's no chance it could be an East team other
Yeah.
than the Celtics.
When you're throwing things out there.
I know, but I'm saying there's no East team they played more than
I
once.
like how
which
rude
means-
you are with the wrong answer when you were
No.
wrong yourself. Yeah.
No, because
you didn't get it
no,
right,
what-
Mr.
what I'm
Know-It-all.
sa- no, I'm sa- hey, dummy.
You can't be Mr. Know-It-all
Hey, you better
and
be
get it
careful
wrong.
because I'm going to go be Stu Gotz's
No, because
friends
it's
instead
called.
of yours, okay?
I'm running out of time since my answers were taken, so I just threw it
All
out
right.
there.
Speaking of running out of
Stu Gotz
time,
and
we
Rich.
You were
got to
so
go.
smart, you would have got it.
All right, Covino and Lowenkron both on the board. We go to the third category.
Stu Not and company over here.
Throw me the damn ball.
Do not.
You have 5 seconds to name an NFL player who leads the league in receiving yards. We're going to take the top 24.
Are you saying now this year?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
As of yesterday.
Okay.
Covino, you're up first. Go.
Is DK Metcalf on the list?
He is on the list at 22 with 850.
More of a giver yesterday.
Rich.
Smith and Jigba.
Yep, at number 1 with 1637.
Numero uno. Lowenkron.
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua at number 2, 1592.
Maddie and Fargo.
All right, so let's go with
3, 2, 1.
Chase.
Who?
What do you say?
Jamar Chase.
Oh, Chase. Yeah, he is on the list. Number 4,
Whoa.
1256. Good
Just
pull.
pulled it out.
We'll give it to
Covino.
him.
Oh, man. Cup.
Not on the list.
Brother. Rich.
C.D. Lamb.
C.D. Lamb is on the list. Number 10 with 1027.
Lowenkron.
George Pickens.
George Pickens and number 3 with 1342.
Matt.
This is receivers only.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is this receiving yards or
It's
reception?
receiving yards.
Receiving yards.
Receiving yards. Receiving yards.
Can I go McBride?
Oh,
Yep,
tight end. Little tight end
on the
action.
list.
Whoa.
1098 with number 6.
Good pull. Rich.
Wait, that was number what on the list?
Number 6.
And he had what? 10 what?
1098.
3.
Christian McCaffrey on the list?
He is on the list
Yeah.
at the very bottom
Yep.
with
Nice.
820.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wondered if
Just-
800 made the list.
yeah.
Okay.
He's the cutoff. Lowenkron.
Lad McConkey.
guess.
Not on the list.
Sorry, brother. Matt.
I'm gonna go with maybe Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, not on the list.
That means Rich wins that round.
Yeah.
And due to time constraints, we're going to have to come back we'll do our tie break on the other side. All right, so that means Rich, Lowenkron, and Covino are going to battle it out.
Perfect. Hey, thanks for playing, Fargo.
Ooh,
yeah, we appreciate you, Matt.
Thank you so much, Matt. Happy holidays, man.
Merry Christmas. And happy Chanukah.
Happy Chanukah.
Chanukah. What's up, Isaac?
Well, what's up is the NFL today suspending Pittsburgh Steelers receiver DK Metcalf 2 games without pay for initiating a physical confrontation with a Detroit Lions fan on Sunday. He will appeal. Metcalf, not the Lions fan. The attorney for the fan issued a statement today, in fact, denying an NFL media report that the fan directed a racial slur at Metcalf and also said something derogatory about Metcalf's mother. The Kansas City Chiefs will be moving to the state of Kansas for the 2031 season after the state of Kansas today unanimously approved a bond project for a new domed stadium, which will be approximately 25 miles west of Arrowhead Stadium. And Covino and Rich, in wake of this momentous news, let's step into the Fox Sports Radio time machine and fast forward to opening day of the 2031 NFL season. A spectacular Sunday afternoon in the Sunflower State. Today, from the brand new Cargill Meat Solutions Dome, it's the Kansas City Chiefs of Kansas against the Northwest Indiana Bears. The hype already building for that matchup. We have more Chiefs news. Multiple outlets report that Chiefs quarterback Gardner Minshew did not tear his ACL in yesterday's loss to the Titans as initially feared. Sesame Street helped raise all of us. Now it's our turn. Donate this holiday season at sesame.org because the world needs sesame and sesame needs you. Finally, in Major League Baseball, well, you want to handle this one, Rich?
The Mets said, later to you, Jeff McNeil. He goes to the A's for a young prospect pitcher. So the Mets no longer with Diaz, Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, and Brendan Nimmo. Stearns is tearing it up. He's saying goodbye to this Mets team.
Could not have said it better myself. Thank you, Rich. Back to you, Rich and Covino.
And by the way, Isaac, I love you on the call in 2030 something. I feel like Isaac could take over.
No, that was great. That really was. And by the way, Rich, you're saying the Mets are dismantling and they're rebuilding or they're done or whatever. Like, they still got so many superstars, though. So who are they? Like, what are the Mets?
No, but I'm saying I don't mind Marcus Semien and Polanco. And listen.
And Soto and half the Yankees' old bullpen. Like, bro, you have stars, but you're, like, getting rid of all these other people that were the core of the team.
Yeah,
so
you got to
I don't know what you're trying to do.
Well, if you haven't won and you've had this core since the late 2010s, isn't that the idea? I'm sort of okay with it, to be honest. So anyway, we'll get to the final round of Last One Standing, and we all missed, by the way, in that last round. Amon St. Brown. None of us said him. Jesus, shame on us. All right, we got more Covino and Rich next as we go live here from the TireRack.com studio. And by the way, quick timeout, Covino. Holiday upgrade check. You still watching games on that whack-ass old TV of yours, or you got your TCL upgrade?
Well, you shouldn't tap out in the red zone. TCL's QM 8K QD Mini LED is the real MVP. Ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels for the ultimate experience. Pictures so clear, you can almost taste the turf.
And it's not just football, Christmas movies, games, fight night. All looks great on a TCL. Here's the play. Holiday savings on select TCLs going on now. Premium. Go premium with the QM 8K, brilliant picture, huge sound, ultimate choice, or the versatile QM 6K for an elevated game day experience.
Don't overthink it. Lock in the ultimate experiences with epic savings, undeniable bragging rights all season long. Get it while supplies last.
TCL, official TV partner of the NFL. Find TCL at all the major retailers. TCL.
Let's start with Cam Scattaboo, or as I called him, Scam Cataboo.
Ooh, Scattaboo.
He's getting a lot of negative press this week.
Yeah.
What's
all
he
bullshit.
doing?
It's all bullshit because he goes to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And since we talked about it, just a little update. Coach said it was an organized trip for the rookies on the team. It's bonding. They do things like this. It's just everyone, because he's hurt, has a fucking problem with him shoving wrestlers.
Bad optics, though.
The Judgment Day.
Think of how Giants fans feel knowing how much promise he had this season. Breaks an ankle. It's like, yo, man, what's he doing on that ankle right there? We know it's fake and all, but anything could happen.
Yeah, but like I said the other day.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Spot. Wrestling it's real, buddy. It's real.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it is sports entertainment, but
it's a bit of a tussle. It could be rough. Gotta be gentle. Take it easy. As they say in New York, take it easy.
I have a question.
If come on, take it easy. He's celebrating his 10,000th follower. So he has 10,000 followers on Twitch. So what he does is he takes an energy drink in celebration, he puts it in a cleat, and he does the infamous shoey. There you go. I don't get down like this. This is where the party stops for me. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not the less bash heads and less, punch a wall kind of guy.
I mean, it's his own shoe.
Yeah, but that's gross.
I hope it's a clean shoe.
I mean, but regardless, it's his shoe. If
But
it
dude,
was,
when
I wouldn't drink out of your shoe.
When people do shoeys, they're not always clean shoes. Look at them. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, let's go shoeys. So I call this, you can call it whatever you want. But me personally, Steve Covino, I call this the weakest party moves.
Oh, this is your no-no list?
Yeah, this is Steve Covino's no-no list. I don't get down like that.
All right, so if you're a guy like Covino...
if someone's like, yo, dude, let's do a shoey, I'm like, how about no?
I've heard Covino actually say at parties, even when he was younger, even before he knew him, for some reason, Covino's like, I don't scattaboo.
I don't scattaboo. I don't scat. Hey, you know what? You scattaboo. I'm going to go talk to some chicks. That was my mindset back
here
then.
we go.
No,
all right, so one of the things that
this
even...
isn't like a turnoff, dude.
Even when you were in college and you were living with your buddies at the frat house or whatever the hell you were doing, what are the things you would never do?
You could call these fun time party antics from back in the day. I call these weak ass moves. These moves come with a lifetime guarantee. No ass for a lifetime. Guaranteed.
For people that aren't a stick in the mud like you, maybe things that we've graduated past.
Fine. Whatever you want to call it.
Okay, let's go.
I'm kicking it off with keg stands. Have I done one in my life? One. One and done. No bueno.
I don't think I've ever
Lame. Vatos don't keg stand. That's a rare photo right there.
That's what I said.
So keg standing.
No, this is a photo of you from college.
Get out of here.
I graduated. What else does not fly with Steve Covino?
Body shots.
Off of dudes?
Anybody. Like really, I mean, if
if
she's a smoke show and I'm just a horned up dude, yeah, fine. But it's not always like a hot chick that you're getting a body shot from.
Here's the problemo. I'll tell you, I've done body shots off of some good-looking ladies back in the day.
You want to drink a shot out of someone's lint-filled belly button?
No, but here's the problem.
This isn't your style?
But here's the problem.
I don't even know what's going on.
I've done body shots off of women at bars in my 20s, but here's the problem.
Meanwhile, 50 other guys have done shots off the same woman.
I mean, if you want to take the words out of my mouth, go ahead. Do the show by yourself, then.
Well, don't you have that strip club theory?
My strip club theory is every time you put your face in some girl's big boobs, you're rubbing another dude's face, essentially, because some other guy's face was right there. So same theory with the body shot. Hot in theory, but the reality is you're like licking her belly where some other dude probably licked her belly.
Let me ask you this. I get it. We all do dumb things when we're young, right? And you could chalk it up to, hey, man, I was in my 20s. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But you got to graduate from these things. Beer funnels / helmets.
Okay, I'm with you. I never felt the instinct, and I'm not saying I'm above it. We've all had our fair share of drunk fun times as young men, but I've never felt the urge to like funnel anything.
Never needed it that bad.
I could pace myself and still get buzzed, you know?
And, the beer helmet, nothing says you're a loser sports fan or just a loser, period, than a beer helmet. Here's one I've done once. I remember clear as day, and I'm like, this is the most overrated experience ever.
What?
The ice luge.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Hey, Fox Sports Radio Nation. Just a few reminders this holiday week. Send all your presents to me at Fox Sports Radio. No, I'm just kidding. 'Tis the season to give, but we'll be filling in for Dan Patrick Christmas Eve and a few days throughout the holidays, so make note of it. Tomorrow, regular time, regular show. So Tuesday we'll be here regular time. Wednesday morning, Christmas Eve, I'll be Christmas Steve, bright and early, Rich and I, and Danny G and everybody in for DP. So just a little mental note. And by the way, Rich, I just got a follow from Stu Gotts. So it's on.
I told them to do that. I said Covino feels sad. I said follow him.
Thank you. That's Rich Davis.
We were
Again,
DMing
live
earlier.
from the Fox Sports Radio studio. I'm out here in Idaho, and our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. Right now, use promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW for Covino and Rich Show at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And the road to Milan runs through St. Louis. See Ilya Milanen, Alyssa Liu, and Amber Glenn compete at the 2026 Privigin U.S. Figure Skating Championships. That's January 7th to the 11th. Be there as the 2026 U.S. Olympic Figure Skating team is named live. Tickets at usfigureskating.org.
Thank you again for hanging. We have to continue the game. Back to Danny G,
the final
host
round
of Last One Standing.
It's going into overtime, just like the Chicago Green Bay game. All right, here we go. Whoever comes closest, just buzz in with your name to go.
Right.
How many total receiving TDs did Randy Moss score in his 14 seasons in the NFL? It's regular season numbers. How many total receiving touchdowns did Randy Moss score in his 14 seasons? Think about it for a sec.
All right. Write down your number, Covino, so I don't think you just play off of my number. I don't trust
like
you.
You've played in the past?
Okay, I'll go first, you
All right,
bird
Rich.
brains. 138.
Well, I wrote down a number, so here you go. I wrote it before you even said it.
Okay.
I got it right.
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine. What did you write there?
No.
Oh.
Good one.
Yeah, in all the scribble right here, I'm sticking with my answer.
140?
Yeah, forget where I wrote Rich is a nerd. Yeah, right there.
All right, low and
No,
Chrome.
I'm serious about this. I was going to guess 139.
Real?
I
So, all
swear.
right, so 138, 139,
Yeah.
140.
I just gave it 10 a year average.
I give it 10 a year
yeah.
minus 2. That's so funny, yeah. Because I know he had the most in a season, but that couldn't be every season.
So there's no way I'm going to win unless it is 139.
The actual retail touchdown number, 156. Covino is the champion.
I did it! I did it! Who do you think you are? I am! Who do you think you are? I am! That's right! Yeah, buddy.
That is Covino's, even though it sounds like his 40th victory, that's Covino's 12th win in this game.
Yeah, dude, it's my week. Hey, you know what? I needed a win, man. I was due, so that's great. What a great way to start the holiday week, man. And now it's time. Thank you, guys. By the way, more prizes, more games tomorrow. Iron Mike Trivia, your chance to win a CNR on FSR Nerf Football. A great stocking stuffer. Not as great as a severed foot, but a great stocking stuffer for the holidays.
Well,
Iron Mike Trivia tomorrow.
That's one of my favorite. Mitch Hedberg, the late, great Mitch Hedberg comedian, he said, you know what the best stocking stuffer is? Well, probably the best thing is a severed foot.
Yes, you know, the
It's
best
the best
fitting one. But tomorrow, more prizes every day, more bribery to get you here. But, Rich, you got to give us your Monday Night Football picks.
Well, hold on. Speaking of severed feet, how about non-severed feet? You talked about it before. Cam Little, in warm-ups, this guy's hitting 75-yard field goals.
No. He missed the 75.
He had a
and then
73.
He made the 73.
But the 73 would have been good for like 78.
Exactly.
So I got to ask you this. Are we
in
gonna
practice, just in case you missed
Are
it.
we going to have to change the field goal ball? Are we going to have to do something different? Or are we going to get to a point where, listen, Danny, you pointed this out, on a kickoff, if it goes through the end zone, they get it at the 35. With Cam Little, you need one first down and you're in field goal range. One first down and you're in field goal range?
Yeah, I mean, wind plays a factor. We saw that yesterday.
But what I'm saying
it's
is
not
you
a
get
guarantee. It's
Imagine
not
that
automatic.
you get one first down and you stall out on 3rd and 5. You're at midfield, and all of a sudden your field goal kicker's good to go.
Just
I mean, not everyone's hitting 73-yarders.
Covino, just a decent return now. And Little would be in field goal range.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, with today's foot and the new rules, yeah, it's possible, Rich.
Man. Imagine, he's doing, and it's so funny because they all do the same thing. What you think he just has such like hip and leg movement? Like how? Because he's not like some weird anomaly. It's like, look, he's a huge guy. Like mechanically, he is just
man.
He got thunderfoot, man.
Thunderfoot, bro. Thunderfoot. Hey, and by the way, don't be stalling because I think there's a little chance. You're like ultra confident in your 49ers tonight, and I get it. But I think there is a chance that Phillip Rivers surprises some people tonight.
You want drugs?
You know why? Because he just fell short last week, and he should have had that game.
Do you take a happy holiday edible or what?
No. Well, I take no pride in seeing your team lose, but I'm saying that there's a chance, and you're really downplaying it, and I think that's when people get caught.
I'm not being overconfident, and I'm not being the guy that's like, my team's awesome, because I know the Niners have their deficiencies. They do look great. They do hold their own path to the playoffs. They could be the 1 seed if they win out. All I'll say is this. Indianapolis, the only advantage they have is they're at home. Other than that, if the 49ers in a playoff run where they have a chance to win out and possibly Week 18 could be against the Seahawks for a 1 seed, if you don't beat a 44-year-old guy that hasn't played in 5 years, you deserve nothing. So Niners cover the 4.5 or 5.5, whatever it is. Go Niners, Monday Night Football. I'm going home now to watch. Happy holidays, suckers. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
Go Niners.
Later.